Welcome back to Man from the Mist. Those of you new, my name's Barry. This is what ongoing project at the moment, the bungalow. Tractor's on hold because of this. We want to get this done and sorted before the weather turns in the UK, which will probably be this afternoon. So we can get into this for the winter. Tractor's next door in the double garage. We'll sort that out once we get this done. Hopefully shouldn't be very long. Right. Plan for today. We've got a skip coming at some point today. All this rubbish is going to the skip. There's a little bit of rubbish next door. It's going to the skip. We're going to get some clear flow in here so it can work. The big plan for today is this. We're going to knock a hole in this today. I pierced the wall here and I pierced the wall here from the opposite side because I can see the uprights. I can see the studs. What we're going to do, I want to cut this out up to the ceiling, down to the floor, same this side, seal at the floor, take the boards off. There's a stud in the middle, probably here where this is joined. Take the stud out so we have a big open hole. We then need to build in here a framework to put the door frames in. I've cleaned up some bits of timber that came out of the door frames from the building earlier in the day. So we're going to use this side as the facing side because it's cleaner. Isn't it wonderful? About 3-4 minutes into the video and the GoPro shuts down. They're wonderful cameras. I wish I could afford a replacement, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, so we'll use these woods to create the door frame with, but not the frame for the door frame. We have got some, again, cleaned up timbers that came out of the stud wall here the other day, because these are the same size as the studs that's in here. When my dad built the little bit in here, he used these studs, which he obviously just bought from the shop, and they are wider than these studs. Now obviously you've got to use the same width stud in this wall, because if you don't you're going to end up with a bulge in your plasterboard. So we're going to be using the old timbers, and we're going to build in a frame in here. Hopefully this wide enough to fit a 30-inch door in there. I was wanting a 32. 2 ticks tape measure. The distance between, and the stud is right there, and the stud is right there. The distance between those studs is 32 inches. So then you've got to take off the thickness of that, which is inch dressed. So we're going to end up with about 30 and a little bit, possibly, we'll see. 30 1/4, it depends on how much you took off of the dressing, doesn't it? But we're going to end up with about a 30-inch door in here. I wanted to put a 32 in, but I was overruled by the project manager. And when the project manager tells you what to do, you do what you're told, don't you? Boys, you know what it's all about. Happy wife, happy life. Yeah. Some of the doors in this house, and most of the doors in modern houses are 27-inch. And I don't know why. You can't get your furniture into 20, they're a nightmare. 27-inch doors are a nightmare. So anyway, yeah, that's the plan. 30-inch door in here now. It also fits nicely straight into the leg on the passageway of the hall next door. So any furniture coming in can come through the front door into that space and straight through this door. You're not fighting to get round corners. So it's worked out beautifully, hasn't it? Okay, let's get at it. Let's get this cut top to bottom, both sides. Take this piece out, see what we're working with, eh? Let's crack on. Right. Getting further than I thought today. Got the frame in for the door frame, and we've also got the door frame in. Putting that one on that way because the hinges were already cut out there. We'll just give it a bit of a clean up, it'll be fine. I'm putting that on the opposite way and that on the opposite way. I've secured this with one screw only. I haven't screwed it in finished because the heads come down and they pull the wood if I try and force them. I want 3 screws in there, but I want a countersink bit just to give it a bit of relief on the screw heads, and then we'll screw them into position, done. I'll not fit the door jambs until we get the door on and we can line the door up in the door jambs. But that's further than I thought would get in the day. We've also got the filler in for the wall around the corner. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So as you can see, got a centre post in, 2 noggins in. Now there's a radiator going to go on this wall here when we're finished. So what I'm thinking of is, once the radiators are delivered, and they haven't been delivered yet, they were supposed to be delivered on Sunday. This is Tuesday, and they're now supposed to be coming tomorrow because they were supposed to ring us half an hour before they delivered and they didn't. Consequently, no one was here when he turned up. By the by, so when I get the radiator for this, we'll work out the height of the top screw for the radiator brackets, and I'll put a bar in across here so that we can fasten the brackets straight into the 2 bits of wood, take the weight of the radiator on that wall. Because there was a wall in the sitting room that's been damaged by the heavy radiator that's actually pulled the board off the studs. We need to secure it back on and get it sorted out. Anywho's. So as I say, I'm getting a lot further than I thought I would have gotten today. I'm over the moon what I'm getting done today. The problem is now I'm finished, we need to tidy up. And I've got to wait here for the skip man coming, who was supposed to deliver 2 hours after we phoned him this morning and didn't. So I know it'll happen. We'll get around tea time. I'll jump in the car and go home and I'll get a phone call. I am at your address with the skip. Can you come up? Right guys, that's it for today. We're going to wrap up here. We're going to clean up, tidy up a little bit. Hopefully the skip's going to turn up in the next couple of hours. We'll get shot of that. We'll get a bit of tidiness going on. We'll even can get rid of all that wood now because I've got the wood that I need to do my jobs in here. Right. So, once again guys, any hints and advice would be gratefully welcomed. I am not a builder, I am not a joiner. As Deb says sometimes though, I have got a builder's bum going on. Right guys, as always, your time is greatly appreciated when you come joining us on our new project here. But remember, don't overthink it. It's only pipes and wires and bits of wood. Thanks very much. Catch you in the next one. Ta-ra now.